Okay, real quick, because this kind of works, I guess, and I really don't even know how. You have to be in the glare, and then you can't see. So that's how it works. I think my life's headed for trouble, and here's why. Because there's a really hot girl who works at the juice bar that opened up across from the coffee house, and as I'm in there talking shit and trying not to stare at her while she's staring at me across the way, she comes marching her gorgeous, glorious ass across the way. And one thing that I did notice, having been stranded on Desert Island, John, for a while and tapping back into the collective culture, is that we've got a bunch of women on magazine covers and in popular culture now. And this is another Yiddish word, folks. It's called zoftig, and it means voluptuous. Okay? Zoftig is in, and she comes marching her glorious, slightly zoftig, wiggling titty ass across the street and just smiling ear to ear. And I'm just like, please, can you stop that? You're distracting me. I see you, yes, and you're very gorgeous, but I'm doing something, and you seem like trouble. Just seem like kind of woman I try to stay away from. You're very hot. You seem like trouble. Can you just distract me? She gets in there, and some other douche starts mixing up his coffee because I'm facing inward, because I'm trying to stay the fuck away from people, because people keep marching their loser asses by and gawking like cows. He walks up and goes like this as I'm talking to myself, and I just look right at him and go, didn't your mom ever teach you it's not nice to stare? Oh, and then as he goes by, I'm like, I know, you didn't have a mom? And he goes by, and she's listening in the background, and in just a moment we'll be marching her glorious hot ass by, smiling from ear to ear. And I go, oh no, wait, forget it. I met your mom, and that's why, because no, I know your mom, okay? And he goes by. And then she comes by, smiling from ear to ear, and what I say to her with my vibe is, oh my God, you are trouble, you are distractive, and foolishly, because can't help but be me, I'm encouraging you. And if I encourage you enough and get healthy enough, and maybe I will hook up with you, and that would be a bad move, John. Bad, John. Bad. People march by and they stare at me like this is a show. Why is it that every time I'm on, some old lady walks by like the face of death and goes, what are you doing? I don't know. What the fuck do you care? No one ever cares until you're good. Literally, when you're dying, no one gives a shit. When you're good, everyone's like, let's fuck with that. Okay? There was a bumper sticker back in the day, bad cop, no donut. And I changed that to bad hippie, no hoe nut. And literally, I want to say to myself, John, bad hippie, no hoe nut. You were not working. You were causing trouble. You're encouraging the wrong girl. And if you encourage her enough, you could hook up with her. And that is bad. Bad, John. Bad. I myself am spanking my own peepee and saying, bad, no. Do not encourage her. Get your work done. Don't get in a fist fight with random douchey guys. And don't say shit that encourages her to think that you're trouble in a way that will then become trouble for you if you hook up with her. Okay, this has been another episode of John Talks to Himself and Tries to Get Himself Out of Future Shit. This is sort of a variation on the pep talk, only it's not the peppy pep talk, it's the unpep talk. It's don't get too fucking happy like Joe Cimino used to say. I love that saying. Hey, don't get too happy. He's like, Joe, you're just so fucking... He was clever, I don't know. Did you ever become a doctor? I'm not using his fake name. If I actually put this on the Websters, we're going right down the YouTubes, and Joe could be our team physician. All right, you guys. Now, you sucked in the first half. I want you to go out there in the second half, and because you're so pathetic, I want you to fucking kill yourselves. I'm sick of your loser asses. And don't fuck that girl. Don't be too fucking happy. Okay, don't get too fucking happy. Hey, forget about it. All right. Joe thought he was in the mafia. He made us all sit around and watch The Godfather and told me, hey, shut up. Hey, Esh, this is the part where looking Frankie was with the thing, and then what was the one guy's name? I don't know. I'll remember. It was very important to him, I'll remember. My brain is old and addled and poisoned by Morgellons and marijuana, not necessarily in that order. The Morgellons is first, it is necessarily in that order, John. The fuck was the guy's name? And when he sells them out and... I can't see.